There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Make Me Believe podcast. Join us by the campfire as I try to convince Kaylyn, my beautiful wife here, say hello,
Hello.
that the supernatural and paranormal are indeed real.
And while I, the beautiful wife Kaylyn, again, that's me, refuse to believe what my dear husband Adrian, say hi,
Hello.
says. And so far, he's not winning this battle.
Oh, but I'm gaining traction. Yes, I am.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, I love it. Okay, so we have 3 bits of news
Yes.
to go with today.
Some announcements.
Some announcements. Okay,
I
so
love this. We're getting to we have announcements now.
we have
guys.
announcements.
I love
Hey,
it.
episode 10, Announcement City.
Woohoo!
Are you ready? I'm just going to jump straight into the announcements.
Okay, bring it on with the announcements.
Okay. The first one, I am going to go ahead and let everybody know that Kaylyn has something to share.
So, for the 10th episode, the surprise that I have been refusing to let Adrian share is, that was my drum roll, is
What kind of drum roll was that?
It was my own version of a drum roll. Stop judging me.
I want you to name what drum you just did.
I'll find one and I'll bring it next time.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. Watch me Google that noise. Just ask Google, how do I do this?
Yeah, go for it. Let me know how that works.
Okay, no, but the surprise is that today, for episode 10...
That's a drum roll.
That was not a
That
drum
was
roll.
a drum roll.
Okay.
All right, whatever.
That's better than mine.
Episode 10.
Today, I am going to be reading 2 stories.
What?
One of which I'm very excited about.
Are you?
I am. It's the one that I did all the research on and typed up a whole bunch of notes and then got some information from a book that was written on it.
You did actual research.
I
You went
did.
to wait. You got a book?
I did. I got a book.
You went. Where did you get that?
The library.
The library.
Yeah.
Those things still exist.
They do. I love the library.
Oh my goodness, I love the library too. Actually, and in fact, I went to the library with her to get this book. I have no idea what book it is, by the way.
I know. I wouldn't let her see it.
Yeah, she wouldn't let me see it. But I actually checked out a book, the first book in probably about 2 decades. And it was...
on your own card.
On my own card.
You still didn't even check this out on your own card. It was on mine.
Yeah, because I can't find my card. I've had a library card for the past 3-4 years. And nothing's been checked out on it.
5 years.
5 years. And nothing's been checked out on it. Finally, I use it. And I get one of my favorite books as a kid.
You did not use your library card.
Fine, okay.
You used
yes,
my
and
library
I used
card.
her library card. Whatever. You know what? I'm going to edit this out. So I use her library card because she wants all the props.
Yeah.
To get one of my favorite books, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I don't like it.
Oh, it is. I was reading her stories.
I don't like it.
She was driving me around because, I'm pretty. And she was
You
my
were
little
driving,
chauffeur.
honey.
Was I driving?
Yeah, you were driving.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was whenever we parked. Yeah, because don't read and drive, everybody. Just letting you know.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was funny because
well-
when I was going somewhere today, I had my book, and then when I was at a stoplight, I just took my book out and I started reading.
Yeah, but you weren't driving then. You were parked.
No, it wouldn't be the first time, though, that I have driven. And
Listen, stop.
I
Don't
don't-
incriminate yourself now. Don't do that. All right. So, oh my goodness.
Anyway, so you have these horrible little stories.
Yes, so I have these horrible little stories, and as we're waiting for the kids to come out of karate and kickboxing, I start reading her these stories that I grew up reading, and she did not like them at all.
And I couldn't read my book because I couldn't risk him looking over at it, so I had to wait till he was... But see, in addition to that, I did research on the computer, and I just went and found a bunch of notes from different places, put them into a Google Doc, printed the Google Doc, read through that to get some of the information that I wanted, and then read the book and pulled information from there that I wanted, and then compiled, went back in and typed up a whole new thing, and then printed it off, because I prefer printed things to read versus stuff on a phone or a screen.
Okay, yeah.
So you
very old school like that.
Yeah, you still don't know what it is, but then
I
the
still
other
do not.
story you have heard before, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. And I do know that, because it's been years, I do know that
Come on, son.
it did scare the bejeebies out of you when you first heard this story. So
that's okay. Okay.
yeah.
It scared the bejeebies out of me. I mean, it takes a lot for my bejeebies to get out of me. So, if it scares those out of me, it must have been a good story. So I'm pretty excited about that.
My goal in this is to just scare the ever-living snot out of you.
I love it.
And because if I can scare you, then I'm feel accomplished.
Are you going to be reading a story every week? Now, is that the new thing, or is it just like you're like, ha, here I am?
It may be more like that.
Okay,
I may try just to see, because I want to do research into them.
Oh, you don't want to be like me, just willy nilly?
Well, you work all the time.
I do, and you teach the kids, so you're very busy too. So, I mean, it took you what, like 2-3 weeks to come up with all this stuff, right?
Well, I changed stories. This was the third story that I changed to.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you have some in the bag then.
One of them I could tell you that story right now because it's not as in depth as I initially thought it was going to be.
Oh.
So it was super quick.
Okay.
So if you need like a little short story.
Do you want your light?
I do not want my light. Okay. I can see perfectly fine. 20/20 vision, babe. 20/20 vision.
Whatever. Yeah. I'm going to adjust my brand new glasses.
Yeah, you do that.
In disgust.
Yeah. Your expensive glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine were free. Because they're sunglasses with no prescription.
Whatever.
Don't be jealous.
So.
Doesn't look good on you. Anyway, so that's announcement number 1.
Okay.
Hopefully in the future we get quicker at those.
Yes. Hopefully so. Announcement number 2 is somebody reached back out. Miss Mariah.
Miss Mariah. We love you.
Yes. This fantastic human being. She reached out to me and answered a couple questions after she listened to the podcast.
Oh, okay.
You listened to last week's episode, then you know that she was the CNA.
Only smart one in all 3 of those stories.
Yes, okay? Yes. She was the only one making smart decisions.
She didn't get called any names.
No, other than just wonderful.
Yes. She didn't get called any bad names.
No bad names were called to, and we wouldn't dare call Miss Mariah any bad
very
names.
Nice.
Very nice. So, I have updates.
Okay.
So she answered some questions that we asked, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to read her message to me, or to us. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. So she said, "Thank you for sending. I just listened. I heard a couple questions that I can answer. So, number 1, how long passed between the bang sounds and me opening the door? About 5 to 10 seconds. I was petrified and almost paralyzed in fear, but my curiosity was just a little bit stronger. My coworkers, the nurse and other CNA, were only a few seconds behind me. She asked, and we asked, did anything else happen there? She said she'll paste one of the comments left describing some other experiences, but she didn't witness most of it firsthand. It's also much easier to explain logically than her kitchen experience. So here's the comment.
Okay.
There were a couple friendly presences that were noticed by several people. Most active was, we believe, a strong long-term resident who passed away suddenly one night, as suddenly as possible at 92 years old. But she had several quirks, specifically a habit of patting us on the bums, a deep-seated hatred for denture paste, perms on a strict 8-week schedule until the day she died, and a pack-a-day smoking habit also until the day she died.
To 92?
To 92.
Dang.
I know.
Get it, ma'am.
On more than one occasion, we would smell cigarette smoke or perm solution in the hallway where she lived. Oh. We also could find perm rods in random places, like our employee bathroom, other patients' rooms, supply closets, etc., etc. We would be helping other patients putting on their dentures and turning around to the paste missing.
Uh-oh.
I never had that happen, but 2 coworkers felt her trademark bum taps when they bent over after she had passed. We loved her so much, R.I.P. Granny Fern.
Aww.
Granny Fern. There's also a shadow cat who no one was ever able to see directly, but would catch glimpses of in their peripheral vision. He would slink into patient's room very quickly, just quickly enough to not be seen. We also would hear meowing and purring sometimes, and one night a coworker found a cat-sized impression on the foot of a patient's bed that was still warm.
Wow.
She says that she has a pic of it somewhere that she sent the work group chat. I'm sure there are more easily explained ways than my kitchen experience, and for what it's worth, that's the only real negative energy I felt.
wow.
Paranormally negative, that is. But I only stayed there for a few weeks after the kitchen thing, and I was just too freaked out. Anyways, this got super long. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
This is fantastic. This is great to hear. We love feedback.
I love to know that the people that we're actually reading, that we get their stories from, they actually listen and that they are genuinely interested in providing answers to it. Because a lot of the time when you hear a scary story, you don't get any sort of answer ever. So
No, you don't. And,
I love this.
There's a little bit more.
Okay.
She said, also for clarification, the appliances were a commercial kitchen, so the doors to the refrigerators had latches at the top, and the oven and microwave doors sealed shut. She considered maybe a weird air pressure issue or something, but those doors don't just pop open.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Being in a home like that, in a retirement home, that you would have stuff safer so that nobody accidentally hurts themselves.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Lastly, I don't think your wife was being a bitch at all. So
oh,
there you go.
Thank you, because I was very, very worried about it.
She completely understands the skepticism and appreciates any and all opinions on what I witnessed, even if it's just an attempt to explain it in a logical or practical way. Honestly, I would prefer it to be like an earthquake or the building settling or something, rather than a demon or something crazy. I really enjoyed your podcast, and you have a new listener. Oh, thank you, Miss Mariah.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys talking about the realities of long-term resident health care. It's an important topic. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Very much so. I also laughed out loud when you said you couldn't fight with your wife because she was wearing a Snuggie.
Still am.
Yes, and letting everybody know, I would 100% fight my wife right now in this Snuggie. She's wearing her trademark Snuggie right now.
Because it's cold.
Just picturing her snuggled up, listening to you tell her scary stories. It's hilarious and adorable. Thanks again for reaching out and telling my story. I'm glad to answer any more questions or any that I may have missed.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, if anybody has any questions, she sounds like she's awesome to hear from. So if you have questions, send them to us and we will send them to her and she can answer us. Are you trying to take a picture of
I am. I'm taking a picture of you in your trademark Snuggie.
My trademark Snuggie. I wasn't even smiling.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so
that was announcement number 2. Thank you, Miss Mariah, for sending us that update. We appreciate it.
Yes.
I love that.
Announcement number 3 is some positive feedback.
Oh, I like positive feedback.
Yeah, it was out in the wild, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. This was funny.
Yeah, so...
he couldn't wait to tell me, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm not hearing this for the first time, but it is freaking hilarious.
It was super funny. I was dropping the kids off at karate, mm-hmm. and one of my friends at karate, he is a grown man.
Yeah, I was going to say you should preface that, not a child.
Yeah.
He's an adult.
Yes, Javi, if you're listening, this is you. And he stopped me. He opened the door, and then he let the kids in, and he shut the door. He goes, "Oh, by the way, fuck you, Adrian." And I go, "What did I do?" And he goes, "I listened to your podcast and the haunting of JD Ranch. Your story scared the crap out of me. I play video games till like 1 or 2 in the morning, and for the next 2 nights, I was just looking in the corner of all my rooms. Didn't realize why I was doing that until I remembered your podcast. So apparently, we haunted him for at least the weekend. So a nice little weekend, little torture."
Your story haunted him.
I
was not there haunting him.
No, you were not. My trauma was haunting
him.
Your
trauma was haunting. Yours and your sister's. Don't take that from your sister.
You know what? That's fine. Me and my sister, we're so greedy with all our trauma. You know, I feel like we need to share it.
Yeah.
So here we are.
There you go. I have my own, but that's for another podcast. Okay, and then also, I don't know if you saw on Facebook, we hit over 200 listeners.
Yes, we did.
And you said we were upwards of 220-something last night, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday?
So within the day after us posting episode 9,
whoop, whoop.
Yeah, we jumped up a little bit. So I'm pretty excited. I think we're sitting at like 240-something, which,
Sweet.
I mean, it's not a lot, but it's great that other people are listening.
That means there were 240 times that people wanted to listen to us talk about this stuff. So for those that have listened to it, we appreciate it.
We do.
Also,
yes,
you said that the majority of our listeners are in the United States, but we do have a small contingent of listeners in Germany,
mm-hmm.
Poland,
mm-hmm.
Brazil,
yes,
and now Denmark.
Denmark,
So
yes.
if whoever is listening from there, we want to thank you guys because it's so cool to think, you think your family is going to listen to it and they're all, right around the corner from you.
Yeah.
But to know that there are people in literally countries not anywhere near us.
Yeah. Separated by a big old pond.
Yeah, thank you. It's so exciting to hear that, and we appreciate it very much.
Yes, greatly appreciate it.
And if you have any haunted stories from your country and you want to share, feel
free to reach out to us. If you have Facebook, you can join the group. It's a public group at the Make Me Believe podcast. Mm-hmm. Just search that up and you can join it. I think we're gonna go ahead and get into the spooks. You ready?
Are you telling your stories first?
I do. I am.
You are. Okay. And how many stories do you have for me today?
Okay, so I'm coming in strong. So
you've been holding back?
I have been holding back. I have not one, but two real encounters.
Whoa!
And not one, but two haunted house stories.
I love haunted houses.
You do. So I scoured the internet and I scoured Reddit.
Can I tell a story real quick?
You can tell a story.
Okay, so I was 11,
mm-hmm.
and I was staying with my Mimi in Kentucky for the summer, and we went to the county fair.
Okay.
And I wanted to go in the haunted house, but there was no way in the world that my Mimi was going in it, and my aunt wasn't going in it. My cousin was 2. He wasn't doing it. She wasn't doing it.
Tyler?
Yeah. And then Joey wasn't going to do it either.
Oh.
That's fine. It's fine. I'm 11. I got this. It's cool.
Yeah, you got it. Get
no,
it, girl.
I was 10. I wasn't 11 because I was 11 when we moved here, so I was 10.
Get it.
So it was before we moved to Texas. So I want to go in this, and I am in the front of all of these people. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so I'm in this haunted house, and I'm sweating because it is hot, and it is dusty, and it is summer in Kentucky. Well, you step on those traps in there, and like something pops out of the wall. Well, I'm anticipating all of this. I'm not scared of any of it, but it was still really cool.
Yeah.
Well, all of the lights turned off, as they do in a haunted house.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know which way I was supposed to go because I'm feeling around and I can't feel an opening on the wall because I can't see.
Yeah.
Nobody can see.
Okay.
Well, apparently the jackasses behind me didn't care, so they start pushing me.
Oh.
Which pissed me off. And at 10 years old, I turned around and I said, I'm 10. Hold on.
You and that little country twang.
And then finally, it was almost like they had blocked the walls on purpose.
Yeah.
And so then finally an opening came, and then magically the lights turned back on. So I think it was designed on purpose to do that.
Oh, okay.
But just because the people who were pushing me were like early 20s guys.
Oh,
we're scared. I don't give a flipping shit.
Yeah, I'm somebody 10. Literally half your age.
And I wasn't scared. I just couldn't get out. So I've loved haunted houses for a long time.
Okay.
So fantastic. I just want to tell that story. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So are you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. All right. Here we go. This one comes from Reddit user 4th Degree Night. The story is titled My Friend's Story. My best friend, let's call him Alan. I have known him for 30 years now. He is not really an atheist, but he is probably more agnostic. He didn't grow up in any sort of religious home. He doesn't have issues with me or my other friends who are religious, but himself, he doesn't believe in spirits. Says that he is not sure about God, doesn't believe in karma or any kind of spiritualism. Because of that, doesn't believe in ghosts, spirits, or evil. Several times, I would tell him stories about things I have experienced, and he just shrugs it off. Like, yeah, right, or whatever. He also loves scary movies, Halloween and all, but thinks of it more like a Disney kind of way. Not sure if it makes sense. Alan and his ex-wife Sam used to live in a small 3-bedroom house that had 1 bathroom. The house was built in the late 1930s and had renovations probably in the 1970s, but mostly just small house with enclosed patio, large lot, and an older part of town. The following happened about 15 years ago. Sam had 2 kids from a previous marriage who were older teens. Alan and Sam had a daughter who was at the time maybe around 3 or 4 years old. Sam and the boys had left to do shopping when she was dropping off the boys at the cousin's house, so that evening it was supposed to be just the 3 of them at home. Alan started to get his daughter ready for bed, started a bathtub of water, and was getting his daughter in the bath. The bathroom door was open, and he was sitting on the floor next to the bathtub. He said that from the corner of his eyes, he saw a woman walk past him. Their hallway was like this. The middle part on the left side was open to the living room. Then it teed one way to the 2 bedrooms and the other way to the master bedroom. And the opposite side was the bathroom. He said that he saw a woman with long black hair walk past the hallway headed for the boys' and girls' bedroom. He had assumed it was Sam, so he called out something like, "Hey, honey." He didn't get a response. He thought it was weird, so he got up and went to the 2 bedrooms, and nobody was there. He went over to the living room and peeked out front. Sam's car was not in the driveway. A sudden chill overcame him, and he ran back to the bathroom and grabbed his daughter out of the tub and wrapped her in a towel. He put her in the bedroom and called out for Sam. He said he checked the kitchen, the living room, the bedrooms, and the add-on patio, which he called that their den. He also checked all the doors, windows, everything was closed and locked. He called Sam on her cell phone, and she answered and said she had just got done dropping the boys off and was going to make one more stop, then come home. He said, "You just didn't stop by to grab something, didn't you?" She said no. "Why?" He said, "I just saw a woman in our house." He said that he couldn't shake the feeling of a chill through him. He kept his daughter in the front room with him and put on some cartoons. Still in kind of panic mode. Nothing was touched, and no signs of entry. Eventually, Sam came home, and he tried to put it out of his mind of what happened. Sam believes in ghosts, and told Alan, "You probably saw a ghost." A couple months went by. Sam and Alan were in their living room late at night, watching a movie. The kids were all asleep in their rooms. Now, Alan said he doesn't remember this happening, and he thought he just dozed off. Sam started screaming, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Alan? Alan?" And he said he was just kind of like woke up. He said Sam said that they were watching a movie, and all of a sudden, his head dropped down, and he started moaning really loud, like, ugh, ugh. Like if he was in pain, and that his eyes were wide open and his arms were shaking. Sam was so freaked out by what happened that she took him to the ER to get him checked out because she thought he might have suffered from a stroke or something. They were in their early 30s at the time, so not old. The hospital ran all sorts of tests and found nothing wrong with him. They moved out of the house shortly after that, not because of the experience, but that they bought a bigger house. When Alan told me all of this, I asked him, "Now, do you believe in ghosts?" He said, "Honestly, man, I don't know what to believe. I do believe that I don't know and can't say one way or another. But part of me doesn't want to believe because I would probably never be able to sleep again." The end.
Interesting. So
Right?
he didn't do any research on the house.
Didn't do any research on the house.
Well, that's not helpful for me.
No, I never said it was going to be.
Interesting. I
Right?
probably wouldn't believe either, though, if I was honest. Nah, I probably wouldn't believe either. I'd be like, nah.
Nah?
No.
Okay.
I'm just tired. Yeah. Unless, fire ring in the backyard. That's different.
Yeah, that one,
As I started thinking, listening to it, I feel like her name should be Michelle.
Michelle.
I don't know why.
I thought we were going with Cam.
She's Cam Jr. because she's an idiot, but her own name is Michelle.
Michelle. Okay,
Yeah.
she created
Stupid people are Cam, and smart people are Miss Mariah.
Okay, Miss Mariah.
Yep.
She's making a comeback.
Yep.
She's a recurring guest.
Welcome. Forever and ever.
You are a good person. You are Miss Mariah.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I really probably wouldn't believe either. Like, because, you could think you see someone, and that could freak you out, but that was the only thing that happened, was the ghost, and then you can't see me, anybody, but I'm doing air quotes, ghost. And then this moaning.
Yeah, the kind of possession. I don't know what that was.
That could just literally be something neurological.
Oh,
That has nothing to do with ghosts and goblins.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
well, hey, that's somebody's friend's story.
well,
So
friend, I need more information.
You need more information.
I need more
Okay.
information. Give me the address to this house. I'm going to do some research.
Yeah, not going to happen.
That's my favorite. I love research.
You do.
I
You
know.
research houses all the time.
I do. Also, as soon as you said 1930s, I went, got to check it for lead. Then remodeled in the 70s for sure. Still have to. That's where my brain went.
Okay. Are you ready for the second haunted house story?
Does this have a proper conclusion? I forgot to ask you that. Are you giving me proper conclusions on both of these stories? You did on the first one.
I did.
Everybody was fine. It had an ending that wasn't open-ended. Is this one open-ended, or do I actually get a conclusion?
You'll find out.
Oh, that's so mean.
I know. I shouldn't be playing like this because you're going to do it to me.
Yes, I am.
Ah, you punk. Okay, you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. So, this one is by Reddit user CCQB. KYUUBI. QB. It is titled, My Experience of Living in a Haunted House.
Okay.
You ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. I had moved into my ex's house. From the moment I moved in, I always felt this uncomfortable presence in the house. It felt like I was always being watched. Strange things happened that I cannot explain. Let's call my ex, Tommy, and his cousin John. Tommy and I were watching a video of the Amon's family haunted house in Gary, Indiana. All the lights were out. The kitchen light was off. Right about the part in the video where it starts talking about the possession activity, the kitchen light starts flickering. I saw them flicker in the corner of my eye. I would look over the kitchen, and the flickering would immediately stop. Every time I tried to take a video or picture, the flickering would just stop. This freaked me out. I feel like something evil was in the room, with us, watching us. The next thing that happened was one of my figures of this bookshelf flew across the room. I didn't mean like it fell and landed near the bookshelf. I mean it flew about 5 feet to where we were sitting on the couch. I immediately freaked out. It scared me so much, I ended up going outside for a while. I had a really hard time sleeping that night. My cat would act strangely in the house. Yes, I know, cats chase bugs and play, but this was something else. She would run around the house like she was chasing something, and she would look at random spots in the room. No bugs, nothing moving. It was like she was seeing something there. The only reason I bring this up is because she doesn't do that at the house that I currently live at. It felt like she saw something I couldn't. So, Tommy proceeds to tell me about the history of the house. After the video incident, he had a cousin, John, that needed a place to stay for a while. After John moved in, really strange things started happening. Their bedrooms were across the hall from each other. Tommy said that he would wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and John was staring at him from across the hall in a dead sleep.
Absolutely not.
Eyes wide open.
Oh my gosh.
He went over to John's room and woke him up. John had no idea this had happened. John had drawn all those creepy drawings and put them all around the room. There was a shadowy figure in every drawing. Tommy said that the story he told was that John had gone hiking in the mountains a while ago. He got very lost, and at some point, this entity had promised John that if he helped him find his way out of the woods, he would have to pay him back to whatever the entity wanted. John agreed, and eventually found his way out of the woods. Shortly after, he moved into Tommy's house. Tommy said that there was this very uncomfortable, evil feeling in the house. He had invited some friends over. They were sitting on the couch talking. My friend's daughter kept staring at the hallway leading to the upstairs bedroom where Tommy and John's bedroom were. The daughter had said, "Mommy, there's a strange man up there."
Gosh.
The friend had no idea that all this was going on in the house. the daughter was very young and obviously didn't know the history of the house. The paranormal activity got so bad that he actually had to ask a priest to come bless the house. There were holy crosses marked with holy water on every window in the house. Which, the weird thing is, the windows were dusty. He said that you could very clearly see the crosses. The holy water crosses had disappeared from every window. The windows weren't cleaned. The crosses just disappeared like they were never there. I truly believe whatever spirit had haunted John eventually moved onto Tommy. There were times when he would be angry and his eyes would turn pitch black.
No.
I mean, from blue to pitch black. John has mental issues, but what I saw, I just cannot explain. It was like he switched to something I don't even know. It was pure evil. I would have these horrible nightmares while living at the house. Like dripping sweat, woke up from a dead sleep, nightmares. And after I moved out of the house, I no longer had them. I know what I saw. I know what I felt. It was really terrifying. I try to have an open mind about it, like maybe I was just imagining things. But I cannot explain what happened. Even talking about it now, I feel chills. The end.
Okay. So, two things. One, John needs a priest.
Again? Yeah.
Like full-on exorcism on that dude. Two, he should have had a friend like me named Owen who could get you out of any body of forest ever. Doesn't matter. If I'm getting lost in a forest and I can have one person with me to get me out, I'm calling Owen. Because that dude can get you out of anywhere. He can't drive a vehicle in any direction and get there properly without like step-by-step instructions, but you drop him in a forest, you're good. So that's who I'm calling. I'm not making
Owen,
any deals with the devil.
I remember Owen. Good guy. Good man.
Oh my gosh.
No?
No. He needs a priest.
He needs a priest.
Not Owen. John.
John. Okay.
John needs a priest.
Yes.
I mean, at least Tommy had the wherewithal to be like, no, there's something crazy going on here. This is weird. Let me go ahead and...
So what? It took me a second to realize, but whenever she said that the priest came, put crosses with holy water on every window, I thought she meant like the priest would bring like a cross,
like a full cross.
Yeah, full cross, and nail it up there or hang it by each window.
That's what I initially thought.
That's what I initially thought.
Said that they were gone. I was like, oh, like literally took holy water.
Yeah,
and did a cross.
Like probably dipped his finger in holy water, made a cross on each window. And then the windows were super dusty, as you know they get in guys' houses.
You're talking to a professional window cleaner.
Yeah, I know.
I'm aware. People don't care about their windows.
No, and then all of a sudden, any trace of them was gone. Yeah. That was crazy.
That's not. Yeah,
that threw me.
Yeah, no, and the cat. It is trippy with cats because cats will look so intently at nothing that you're like, what in the world are you looking at? And then they don't break that concentration at all. And you're going, there's nothing here. What are you looking at?
The other side.
I will, whatever. So I will say that is a little creepy. But our dog also barks at a leaf. So.
Our dog, she is so precious, but she dumb.
She did help me out today though, because somebody rang the doorbell. And I looked on the camera and I was like, nah.
Not answering that.
I don't. Doesn't look like a pleasant individual. So no, I'm not
opening
the door.
So just let her.
She was up by the window, just barking at him, hair all raised.
Good.
All that.
Get it, girl.
I think she scares the FedEx guy, though, to be honest.
Aw, she did the baby.
So, yeah, at least she moved out of there.
Okay, good for you.
Good job. I'm curious to how long you were there. And then you're not experiencing anything strange where you're at now, so thankfully that nothing happened to you.
Yes.
That's good.
Very happy you got out of that.
Yeah. Even though I don't believe in any of it anyway, still, if somebody is getting mad like that,
yeah,
you don't want to be in that relationship with them anyway.
No, and the blue eyes to the black.
Yeah.
Now, I've had people look in my eyes, and
You have very dark eyes.
I do.
Just in general.
I do have very dark eyes. I used to have people like get inches away from my face to just see the brown in them, and like, oh, you do have irises. Like, yeah.
I can see them from here, but I'm also
You're trained for it. You're like
yeah.
a police dog.
I know it's great. I love it.
You're so weird.
But also, well, I've been looking into your eyes for 6 years now.
These little pretty brown things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, our anniversary of our first date is coming up.
It is.
Next Monday.
It is.
The hell are we gonna do?
I don't know. Drop an episode.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so by the time this airs, that'll be our anniversary of our first date, guys.
Happy anniversary.
Woohoo!
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, I'm glad she made some good choices there and got out. That was good.
Yeah, good for you.
Hopefully John gets some mental help.
Yeah.
Like a priest.
Mm-hmm.
And Tommy might need a priest too.
Yeah, definitely.
But it is interesting, though, if you feel like whatever attached from John to Tommy, did you feel like that before or after he called the priest? Because if it was before he called the priest, it's interesting that he would have the wherewithal to do that, because whatever this demonic entity is.
She moved in after Tommy moved out.
I thought she said Tommy was her boyfriend.
Sorry, John. John moved out.
Yeah. But when did he call the priest?
Oh, you think it was... Okay, the way I was reading it, I was kind of guessing that it was Tommy and John called the priest because it got so bad.
Yes. But what I'm asking is, when did he call the priest? Was it before or after this thing attached itself? Because if he's just retelling the story, which is what it seemed like he was doing, is he was retelling the story of what happened with John in his house. So did he... Clearly after that, she started noticing things with him.
Yeah.
So at that point, quote unquote, the entity is attached to him. But when did the entity attach itself to him, I wonder? Was it before or after he called the priest?
Yes.
Because if it was before he called the priest, again, why would this demonic entity have the... Why would he let somebody have the ability to call a priest to come in and get rid of him? And then if it was after, then whatever this entity is, he pissed it off, and now the entity is torturing him.
Torture.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, definitely some questions out there.
Yeah.
And these are real stories. So,
Yes,
real
we're trying to be
encounters. So, hopefully by next episode, I can have some answers for that. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
We will definitely see. So, stay tuned.
Yeah, those were good. I like haunted houses.
Yes, you do. So, I figured, you were dropping something special for episode 10, and I figured I would do the same.
You would give me haunted houses. Yay!
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yay. Do you want to hear the little itty bitty baby story that I was originally going to do, but wasn't big enough?
Yeah.
Because, it'll take me like 45 seconds.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So it was in 1918 in Hokkaido, Japan.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was going to Japan for you.
Hokkaido.
Yeah. And it was there's different stories with it, but basically he's about 17 years old. And he was in the capital of Hokkaido, and I am not going to pretend I can pronounce that name. It's not happening.
Fair enough.
But his baby sister, who was 5, couldn't really go outside a lot because she had health issues.
Okay.
So she was alone a lot. He was there on a maritime event. They were celebrating basically the renaming of Hokkaido.
Okay.
Because it was called something different. All
Fair
that.
enough.
So there was a celebration going on, so he was in the capital city.
Mhm.
And I think he was about 3 hours from where Hokkaido really is, because it's an island.
Yeah.
And so he goes into this little shop because he saw this little porcelain doll.
No. Oh, you evil woman.
I know, I love it. So he bought this doll. She was wearing the kimono.
Oh, just put it back.
Had the little bob haircut that was popular for that time, because that was when the bob was kind of becoming popular.
Just put it back.
And it wasn't like a little kind of tiny doll. It was a bigger doll. So he brought the doll home to his sister, who fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And his little sister's name was Okiku.
Oh.
And I believe that means chrysanthemum in
Oh.
Japanese. And so the doll was also named Okiku.
Okay.
And so, unfortunately, a year later, I believe she contracted yellow fever and died.
Oh, no.
And shortly after her death, the family didn't get rid of the doll because she loved the doll so much.
Yeah.
Well, things started being thrown around the house.
Ooh.
And they didn't know why. And then all of a sudden, the doll's hair started growing.
Oh, no. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Nope.
So the doll's hair started growing.
Oh, okay.
And they had it tested, and the hair on the doll was human hair.
Oh, no.
Like, the doll's...
You cleanse that with fire.
The doll's hair is super long now.
Ugh.
And the family didn't want to do anything to that because they were told that it was most likely the spirit of their daughter inhabiting this doll now.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So
set it free. Set it free.
The family ended up moving,
Uh-huh.
but they left the doll in the care of monks there.
Mm-hmm.
And so the monks are still taking care of the doll to this day.
Oh, no.
And you can go and visit the doll.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But there are no current pictures of the doll as she looks now because they believe that if you take her picture, you will steal her soul.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so you're going to get some real reactions from me. This time, it is my turn. Yeah.
So that was just kind of a look. I thought
Sapporo.
that one... Sapporo? Okay.
It's also the beer that I drink anytime I go to a sushi restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Sapporo.
Sapporo,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So
that
that's
is
where
the
he was
name
at.
of the capital.
Yeah, that's where he was at.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that cute little one. I thought it was...
Yeah.
You would think
cute.
it was creepy because of the doll.
Creepy as
I
hell.
thought it was cute.
Yeah. I mean, I love the premise about it. I love what all I mean, I don't love what all happened, but I do like that story. That's a nice little story. Definitely got me shivering.
Yeah,
I had that
your
chill
face
down my
was not
spine.
happy.
No, it was not happy. Okay, go ahead, you evil woman.
I love it. Okay, so the first one, are you ready for it?
I am so ready.
Okay, so the first one I'm really, really excited about.
Uh-huh.
And this one, I'm going to move closer to the mic. Calm
Okay.
down.
All right.
I'm so far away because I'm trying to adjust my Snuggie. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am ready.
Okay.
I'm so ready.
So this first one is the Enfield Poltergeist.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. August 30th, 1977. Started out like any normal night for divorced mom Peggy Hodgson and her 4 children. Margaret, 13, Janet, 11, John, 10, and Billy, 7.
Mm-hmm.
All of their children were in bed when she heard a loud noise coming from Janet's room. When she arrived, the children inside kept insisting that one of the beds was moving, and they weren't doing it.
Nope.
Peggy ignored them and told them to go to sleep and quit messing around. August 31st at 9:30. That night, as she was getting 2 of her children ready for bed, she heard more noise coming from Janet's room. Frustrated, she went to tell them to knock it off, as they were supposed to be asleep. When she opened the door, they were once again saying that something was moving on its own. This time, it was a chair. She flipped on the light, she pulled the chair from the room, and she was turning off the light and closing the door. She heard a noise as well. Turning back, she flipped the light on once again. Nothing was amiss. Shaking her head, as moms do when their children are being difficult, she flipped off the light again. This time, she heard slippers scuffing about the floor. Suddenly, 4 loud knocks. Knock, 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 knock. Sounded on the wall. No, from in the wall. Watching the wall, Peggy didn't immediately see the chest of drawers start moving. But when it moved the 2 feet to block the doorway, she started to believe her children's previous statements that something else was causing the noises. She tried to move the chest of drawers, but something or someone was holding the drawers in place, forcing them to stay in the room. Peggy tried and tried to get the drawers to move. When whatever it was gave up on the hold, she grabbed the bedclothes and pulled the kids downstairs. Margaret pointed out that their neighbors, the Nottinghams, lights were still on, and they left to go ask for Vic Nottingham's help. He came at once, followed by his wife and their 20-year-old son, Gary. They searched the entire house and found nothing. After going outside to check the garden and coming back inside the Hodgins house once again, they heard 4 more knocks. Knock, 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 knock. This time, it sounded like it was coming from the other side of the wall. Running quickly outside, the 7 people found nothing in the little alley. Entering back inside again, more knocking. This time, they decided to call the police. When the 2 police constables arrived, the 2 families explained what was going on, taking them upstairs to show them the chest of drawers. Mr. Nottingham had an idea and turned off the light to see if the drawers would move again. And to the surprise of everyone, it did. The police searched the house at this time, but just like the family, they found nothing and no one. Coming back inside from checking the garden again, John drew the attention of one of the constables to a chair that was rocking from side to side. Suddenly, another chair moved across the floor 3 feet on its own. Unfortunately, since there was no physical crime having been committed, the police could do nothing and left shortly after midnight. Unsure if upstairs was safe, Peggy had the entire family sleep downstairs with their pillows and sheets. When the family woke up on September 1st, Billy's toys began flying around the room. Peggy ran back to the Nottinghams and asked for their help once again. They came running along with Mr. Richardson, the father of Mrs. Nottingham. When they entered the house, a marble narrowly missed hitting Mr. Richardson in the head. When he bent to pick up the toy, it burned his hand.
What?
All of the toys were scalding hot to the touch. The family had no reprieve from the torment of these toys. September 1st through the 4th led to non-stop chaos. Toys flying, knocking on the walls, and furniture moving when it shouldn't. While the police wished that they could do something, no physical crime had been committed and their hands were tied. Fed up, Peggy went to the paper, hoping that someone there would read her story and be able to help. Photographer Graham Morris and reporter Doug Bentz arrived on the 4th of September to see if the family was telling the truth. By the evening of September 5th, the 2 men felt that they had wasted their time, as nothing even remotely interesting had happened. They gathered their things and went to their car. As they were about to drive away, Mr. Richardson came running out of the door and told them that the activity had started up again. When the 3 gentlemen entered the house, a sharp Lego brick hit Graham on the face and left him with a bruise. In a photo that he managed to capture, the only 2 people who could have thrown the objects at him had their hands in their pocket. That was his coworker. And the other had their arms folded. That was Peggy. Peggy had had enough after that point and moved her family in with her brother down the street.
Good for you.
Later that week, they got a visit from senior reporter George Fallows, who told Peggy that he believed her. I accept what you say. I am not an expert, but I have done a lot of reading on this sort of thing. What I think you have in your house is a poltergeist. Fallows explained what a poltergeist was and offered to go back with the family to their home so that they could get some sleep. Within 30 minutes of the family returning, the knocking started up. Mr. Fallows said that he was going to call someone to come and help the family. Less than an hour later, a man named Maurice Gross with the Society of Physical Research. With the arrival of Mr. Gross, the chaotic activity ceased for 2 days. John was able to go back to boarding school, and now the home had 3 children and their mother living there full time. On September 8th at 1:15 a.m., a loud noise was heard by Mr. Gross, Fallows, and 2 other gentlemen coming from Janet's room. Opening the door, they witnessed chairs being tossed around the room that lasted for several hours. For the next 2 days, the poltergeist activity did not cease. Marbles, furniture, clothes, Lego bricks, and other various items were being thrown around with no rhyme or reason as to why. Doors would open and close with no one near them, and the knocking still came from inside the walls. Exploring all options, Peggy and Mr. Gross did a 2.5-hour radio show talking about the activity in her home. It drew the attention of another member of the SPR, Guy Lyon Playfair. Playfair and Gross would spend a lot of time together in that house, taking audio and video recordings to show what was happening. More often than not, the poltergeist would mess with the audio devices, drain batteries, or keep videos from coming out. To list all of the things that happened in that house, Playfair and Gross said would be impossible. Among the toys being thrown, doors opening, items were said to dematerialize into walls or ceilings. The entity did not appear to like Mr. Gross, often making coins appear from nowhere and dropping on his head. The poltergeist would often follow the family to other homes as well. The Nottinghams, her brothers, and Mr. Gross's homes weren't off limits to the poltergeist. With nowhere to go, that this thing did not follow them, the family continued living in the house. They had no peace, especially at night. The girls were often flung from their beds and were found floating above them several times. Mr. Gross and Playfair would try to communicate with the entity by asking questions and telling it to knock once for yes and twice for no. The entity would cooperate for a short period of time, but chaos would once again ensue and communication would cease. Shortly after their trying to communicate with the poltergeist through the knocking, Janet started speaking in a deep, primal voice.
Oh.
Margaret soon followed. The voice often claimed to be Vic Nottingham's father, Freddie, or a 5-year-old boy named Tommy. During one conversation, a male voice claiming to be a former tenant named Billy, who had died in his chair downstairs, told the story of his death, which was later confirmed by his son, who heard his voice on a recording of his father speaking through Janet. Speculation came when both girls were caught knocking things over or jumping on their beds to make it look like they were floating. During one event, Margaret was caught moving her hand to shut the door. Upon further inspection, it looked as if she was fully asleep and was not aware of what she was doing. Mr. Gross believed that if he caught them this easily now, then he would have caught them earlier, and still believed that all of the poltergeist activity going on was not a result of two bored teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
During 1978, the activity started to wind down. The family had another visitor coming to see if they could solve the mystery of the Enfield poltergeist. Ed and Lorraine Warren arrived, and Ed entered into a conversation with the poltergeist through Janet. "Who are you?" he asked. "Freddie," came the response. "You were Freddie, huh?" Ed did not believe the voice. "What's your real name?" he asked again. Before the answer could come, a loud, horrible retching sound came from Janet's throat. Now, suddenly the entity was the 5-year-old Tommy. "Tommy, how do you think we could get rid of all the problems in this house?" Ed inquired. "Kill all the ghosties," Tommy said.
The hell?
Tommy told Ed that there were 5 spirits with them in the house. Freddie, himself, Billy, Charlie, and Dick. Ed claims to have spent a week with the family and threatened the poltergeist that he must leave, or the next time that Ed returned, that he would bring an exorcist with him. Ed Warren never returned. Over 30 witnesses, thousands of incidents, injuries, and knocking happened over the 18 months of solid poltergeist activity. While 1979 saw the end of most of the violent activity, it never completely ceased. Janet, who was the center of most of this activity, moved out when she was 16, but whenever she or her sister would visit, things would happen that told them it wasn't over yet. Peggy lived in that house until she passed away in 2003.
What?
The home at 284 Green Street is still there, still lived in, with no new reports of poltergeist activity. We ask ourselves, where did the poltergeist go? And when will it return?
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
What was that?
There were so many more things that I could have put in about what the poltergeist did, but it apparently enjoyed throwing marbles.
Really?
That seemed to be its favorite thing to throw.
Huh.
And at one point, I didn't put it in there, but Janet ended up going into a psych hospital.
Oh.
They ran a bunch of tests on her. She came back as perfectly normal. Nothing wrong with her. No seizures, no nothing.
Uh-huh.
No neurological problems at all. They did at one point send Billy off, I believe. He had a lot of behavior issues, so they sent him off. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just freaking wow.
Yeah.
That. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So you also went in with the haunted house.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really a haunted house because the poltergeist would follow them.
What?
Her brother lived just up the street from her.
Oh, yeah.
And the poltergeist would follow to her brother's house, would follow to Mr. Gross's house
Mhm.
and then would go next door to the Nottinghams.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That is insane.
There were several people, apparently. The police constables witnessed this.
Mhm.
There were people that would be walking down the street that would say they would see Janet floating in her bed.
What the hell?
Yeah, but there were other people that were saying that this was all tricks. They had a guy from America go, because this was in England.
Okay.
They had a guy go and visit over there that was apparently a very popular ventriloquist at the time.
No, he needs to not.
He's not. That went over there and was watching the girls as they were speaking, allegedly, as these poltergeists, these entities. And was like, no, that's just a trick that we do. We know how to do all that.
We know how to throw their voice.
Yeah.
That's what they know how to do.
That's what they were saying.
That's what they claim to do, but in reality, they're doing the devil's work.
Okay.
And they let demons take over these freaking dolls.
Oh, okay. I don't think that would have for Jeff Dunham.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, possessed.
Okay. But yeah, so that's what we've got there for the Enfield poltergeist. So I thought that was really cool. Wanted to get that out there to you.
Okay. Well, initial thoughts. Holy crap! That was a lot. I loved it. I loved every bit of that.
The knocking would be disturbing to me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that.
And what's really weird about you telling that specific story, especially the knocking, was throughout this week I have read probably about 20 stories, and maybe over half of them had knocking in it.
Oh wow.
That's a crazy trippy coincidence right there.
That's trippy.
Okay. I have had the first story. I am itching for the second one.
Yeah. So that one you had never heard before.
I have never heard before.
Did you know anything about the Enfield poltergeist, like at all?
Yes, I have heard a little bit about them about before, because as you know, I love scary stuff and I love listening to stuff like that. So
you can apparently find some of those pictures that the photographer took out there. Allegedly, he took one of Janet floating on her bed.
Damn it, Janet.
I love you. That's apparently the 50th anniversary.
Really?
Is this year for that movie.
What?
Yeah.
Love it. Dr. Frankenfurter. Great. Okay. So you got, what is your next one? We're going to go ahead and jump on in.
The next one is, I don't know, honestly, I don't know. We heard it on another podcast before.
Yes.
And he got it from somebody.
Well, I say yes, but
we found it from him, but then we found the original author of it. And so this story is called My Dad Shut Himself Inside His Bunker.
Oh, yes.
And it is by Tobias Malm. And we're going to have a link in the episode description, because he has also written a novel that is going to be, I believe it's called here, The Cave to Another World, a story about a world where humans never evolved.
Oh, okay.
And so we're going to have a link to his Amazon book for you guys to check out if you like this story, and give that book a check. See if it's a spooky one or what that's going to be like.
I'm buying
curious.
it. I'm buying it.
I figured you would.
I'm so for it. This author, I remember this story.
Yeah, he's
good.
I
remember bits of this story. So whenever I listened to it,
don't give any secrets away.
Whenever we heard it, I remember the podcast we listened to where this story came out on. I don't remember enough about the story, but I do remember it was one that I showed you, because I was like, "Oh, you got to listen to this one."
It was,
and that was about what, 4 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was okay.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so check out his link when we post that for you guys to check that out.
Yes.
And then when whoever reads the book first, let us know if you can get to it before Adrian does. At this point, I feel like he's probably going to go and get that
He's
now.
going to be sold out.
But thank you, Tobias, for giving us permission for your story. So
yes,
here we go. My dad shut himself inside his bunker. Dad shut himself inside his bunker at the beginning of 2020. He said the world was about to end, and when we didn't believe him, he told us to wake up. It was raining that day. I remember focusing on the water hitting the window panes while my sister tried to change Dad's mind. I knew it was no use. He was too stubborn to listen to anyone except maybe Donald Trump, who had just declared that COVID-19 had pushed the world into a pandemic. Dad wanted us to join him, and when we told him no, he called us brainwashed. He purchased the land before I was born, only because of the dilapidated military facility that came with it. It was abandoned sometime in the 60s, I think. My sister was there from the beginning, even before Dad's obsession pushed Mom away. It's hard for me to imagine what he was like back then. Mom says he was a gentleman, but they married young, and a person can change a lot during those years.
Mhm.
And so did Dad. All I remember from him during childhood are the weekends at the bunker, constantly renovating it and stockpiling it with everything he would need to survive down there. We couldn't stop him. He wasn't the best dad, not even a good one, but it was sad to see him go all the same. He was excited, even though he thought that civilization was about to collapse. I guess that happens when you've spent your entire adult life preparing. We had to set up an old radio to keep in touch with him. He didn't trust mobile phones. We didn't hear from him often, just once a month, sometimes less. The last time he radioed in, he said he had found a hidden door.
What?
He was going to see where it went. That was 3 months ago. You think he's okay? My sister said. He wasn't in great health. I told him. We sat in the car on our way to check up on him, driving through the heat wave. His radio might have died, I said. Let's not assume the worst. But I too felt worried. There was something strange about that hidden door and his tone when he mentioned it. It didn't sit right with me. But maybe it was just the heat and the endless desert around us that played tricks on my mind. I couldn't really tell. It was dark when we arrived. Dad's truck stood where he had left it, beneath some tarp that blew in the chilly sand-carrying wind. We turned on our flashlights and walked to the cliff above the bunker. The steel door was made to withstand a nuclear blast. Luckily, I owned the only spare key in existence. Before I used it, I banged on the door as hard as I could and yelled for Dad. I worried he would mistake us for intruders and shoot us. If he was confused and if it was dark, it was a real possibility. I banged again and yelled at the top of my lungs. Dad, are you in there? It's me, Josh. Eveline is here as well. I don't think he can hear you, Eveline said. I nodded. Dad, I'm going to open the door now. I was 17 the last time I was here. Back then it was the Muslims that were going to end the civilization as we knew it. Before that, it was the Russians. Now it was China. There was always something threatening his beloved freedom, and yet he was never truly free. My sister put her hand on my wrist just as I was about to unlock the door. You know, she said, maybe we should just call the authorities after all, and no, I said, he'll fight them. I unlocked the heavy door. A rancid smell escaped the darkness inside. It was the odor of death. I recognized it from when Dad tried, and ultimately failed, to learn how to hunt and let a reindeer carcass rot on the property for weeks. My sister had already stopped visiting him by then. I didn't tell her what the smell reminded me of. She covered her nose with her shirt. We descended the spiral stairs. It creaked from each step we took, almost as if it was about to fall apart. I tried the light switch at the bottom. The click echoed throughout the long corridor leading to the living area. Nothing happened. I realized that the batteries, which he charged by the use of an old exercise bike, were dead. That meant he was most likely dead as well. The generator could be broken, I said, but maybe you should wait back here. Just in case, you know. I pointed my flashlight in front of me. The light was too weak to reach the end of the corridor. On the way here, I felt ready. I felt sad. The kind of empty sadness you feel after the death of a parent that was never any good. But I didn't feel worried. Now, on the other hand, while staring into the dark corridor that I used to run through as a kid, I was afraid. The fear reminded me of how my childhood night terrors used to start. They always crept up on me in the darkness, grew with the grotesque shadows on my bedroom ceiling. I'm not letting you go in there alone, Eveline said. We stay together. We walked into the darkness. The foul smell intensified for every step we took, and so did my heartbeat. I was glad my sister didn't stay behind. The bunker seemed so much smaller than I remembered it, much more cramped. The asymmetry between my memories and reality made everything feel off somehow, just as if the bunker was merely a model of the real thing. But it wasn't. I had just grown up. The Confederate flag greeted us at the end of the corridor. It hung on the concrete wall. It looked pale in the hot spot of the flashlight, almost like a phantom. And, of course, in many ways it was. A ghost from a long time ago. Or perhaps a corpse brought back to life. An abomination. It reminded me of Dad more than anything else. You have to be seriously confused to praise freedom as much as Dad and hang that symbol of lesser freedom in the world on your wall, Eveline said. He wanted to protect his freedom so much that he built a prison for himself. I removed the light from the flag, leaving only darkness. You bet he was confused. We entered the main chamber. It was overfilled with litter and clutter. Empty cans, both the food and beer kinds, lay scattered across the sticky floor. We had to take large steps not to step on any of the trash. That's weird, Eveline pointed her flashlight at the small dining table. Look. My hair stood on my neck before I even realized what she meant. The table was set for 3 people. I didn't say anything for a moment, trying to process what I was seeing. And just when I was about to speak, my sister interrupted me. Who the fuck was here with him? We don't know, I began. I mean, he might have left the old plates on the table, and a sound of something falling to the ground came from one of the other rooms further into the bunker. I pointed my light in its direction, but couldn't see what made it. Dad! I yelled. It's me, Josh! You there? No response. I'm afraid, Eveline whispered. Something isn't right. I only vaguely heard what she said. My focus was on something else. Something on the wall on the other end of the room. That's not supposed to be there. I slowly walked toward it. That must have been what he talked about over the radio. Dad had hacked away a layer of concrete, for whatever reason, and uncovered a rusty metal door behind it.
Nope.
It stood ajar. A lukewarm, musty breeze came out of it. My sister walked up to me as I carefully pried the door open with the back of my flashlight. I felt my heart in my throat. I could hear my sister begging for us to leave, almost in tears. But I needed to know what was behind that door. It was imperative to understand what was happening here. I needed to know. I needed closure. What in heaven's name? Eveline looked over my shoulder. Why is this here? Behind the door was a room about the size of a broom cupboard. It was unremarkable, except for a circular hole in the middle of the floor. I shone my light into it, but I couldn't see the bottom. Just as I thought it was big enough for a person, my sister said, Do you think he fell? Drops of sweat from my forehead fell down the pit. I felt dizzy and stepped back, afraid I would fall inside. My sister picked up a can filled with some rotten beans and threw it down the hole. It clattered against the walls as it bounced from one side to another. The sound faded away until we couldn't hear it any more. There was no indication it touched down at the bottom. I stretched out my hand and held it above the opening. It's warm, I said. The air, I mean. Maybe he fell. Eveline stepped back, almost as if she were convinced. Can we please get out of here? She reached for my arm. We can return with the police. Please, Josh. It wasn't dark when Dad found this, I said. He would have seen the hole. Josh, please, just give me a moment to think. I walked toward the hallway that led to the other rooms, desperately hoping to find him. For some reason, it was important for me to see him, to be able to leave without wondering. I needed to know that he was truly dead. I just want to... I stopped myself after I accidentally pointed the flashlight on the floor in the middle of the hallway, revealing a pair of feet. I think I found him. I ran up to the body. Wait! Eveline yelled and reluctantly followed me to avoid being left alone. It wasn't Dad. I screamed upon the realization. My mind couldn't comprehend what I had just seen. I spun around and tried to run away, completely acting on instinct, and crashed into my sister. She grabbed me, kept me still, and as she looked behind me, down at the dead body on the floor, she began to cry while her hands trembled uncontrollably against my shoulders. Oh my gosh, she said. How is it possible? It's you! Let's get the fuck out of here, I said. Move! There was nothing that could explain this. The more my mind tried to, moving in an endless loop doing so, the dread grew inside me. I only got a glimpse of the body before I panicked, but my sister was right. The half-rotten face was the same as mine, with a bullet hole in the middle of my forehead.
What?
We stumbled our way through the living area. tipping over chairs and kicking cans all over the place. And just as we were about to get out of the mess, a familiar voice echoed through the hallway we had just escaped. "Josh!" It was Dad. We both stopped in our tracks. "Is that you? Josh!" "Dad?" I yelled back. "What the fuck is going on here?" "Don't worry." It sounded like he was at the other end of the bunker, possibly inside the storeroom. "I killed the son of a bitch, put a bullet right between his eyes." "Come out from there," I yelled. "We have to leave. It's not safe here." Silence. "Something is wrong," Evelyn said. "I don't think—" "Dad!" I yelled. "Come out!" "I can't move," Dad said. "I'm stuck under a shelf. I'll need your help, son." I turned to my sister. "Go back. I'll get that old bastard out of there. We'll be right behind you, okay?" "Think, Josh," Evelyn begged. "You think he's been stuck under a shelf for—" I should have listened, but even after what we had just seen, I couldn't bring myself to even consider something as outlandish as what my sister was suggesting. It was simply too far-fetched, too unbelievable to penetrate all my layers of presumptions about reality. It couldn't be. It just couldn't. Hence, I ran back to the hallway, yelling for my sister to get back up to the surface and wait for us there. "I'm coming, Dad!" I slowed down to carefully step over the corpse that bore my face. Perhaps, I thought, it was just a coincidence. A burglar that just happened to look like me. After all, the face had begun to rot. It wasn't obviously me. I felt stupid, and I almost convinced myself that it was just my childhood fear of the dark coming back to life down here. And then, just as I was about to walk past the small compositing toilet that stood inside a small room at the end of the hallway, I stopped. Shivers spread across my entire body, paralyzing me. Dad sat on the toilet. His gun still hung from his trigger finger, and his brain was splattered across the wall behind him. He had his journal in his lap, covered in blood. "Josh!" Dad yelled from the darkness.
Oh, no.
"Help me!" I froze in place, both by fear and confusion, unable to make any decisions. "Come on, Josh!" Dad kept yelling. "I need your help, son!" My mind was racing. There was no way of knowing who was who. When I heard Dad's voice yelling for help while watching his dead body, nothing but absolute terror reverberated inside me. I slowly reached for the journal in Dad's lap and grabbed it, hoping it would shed some light on the situation. I was just about to open it when my sister screamed. I ran back, this time, jumping over my doppelganger body, and found her looking at something at the corner of the main chamber. "I told you to," I said, but changed my mind. "Are you okay? What happened?" She cried. "It's me!" Crawled up in the corner was her naked, dead body. Her head had been twisted in such a way that the neck had been broken. "There's something seriously wicked going on here," I said. "Dad shot himself in the head a long time ago by the looks of it, and he keeps yelling for help. Let's get back to the car, now." We drove away from the bunker as fast as we could, leaving whatever was still alive down there, yelling for help. My sister insisted on staying at my place for a few days. I didn't mind having her around. We shared an experience no one else could relate to, and we needed each other to overcome the trauma. It took a day for me to build up the courage to open Dad's journal. It began with his usual deranged conspiracy theories. I flipped past them. At the end, he had only made short notes. Found a hidden door. Deep pit, possibly the remains of some old black project. Evelyn and Josh woke me up. A surprise visit. Didn't hear them enter. Strange. Had dinner with them. Something seems off. It isn't them. They tried to make me illegible. God help me. It isn't them. I shot the son of a bitch right between the eyes. Hiding in the bathroom now. This will probably be my last entry. God forgive me. Chills went down my spine as I read the last entry on the blood-drenched page. I never got the other one. She's still out there somewhere. I only got one bullet left. I won't allow her to do that abhorrent thing to me. Forgive me. My sister has been cooking for hours. She just called for me from the kitchen. "Josh, come here. I want to show you something."
Oh no. Mm-mm.
The end.
Uh-uh. No. Mm-mm. Whew. Oh, it still hits. It still hits.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years since I've heard that story. And
Yeah.
still gets a nice little shiver up my spine.
He's a good writer.
He's a great
Definitely check
writer.
out his book, guys. He's a really good writer.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Ooh.
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
So those are my first 2 stories for you.
Very happy. I'm very excited about that. Well, very excited to post them.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
It's fun to read them.
It is, isn't it?
How did I do my reading?
I think you did fantastic. I think you did fantastic. I'm so excited.
He was anticipating me messing up a lot because I did not actually read through any of these before reading them here. I mean, I wrote the first one, so...
Yeah, you did. I mean, that gives you like a little bit of reprieve, I guess.
I mean, my memory picks it up better since I typed it out.
Maybe.
But the other one is straight from Mr. Mom.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Great storytelling today. And for once, it's not about me.
Yeah.
Okay,
hopefully they scared you. Did they scare you, though?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
The true events of the haunting was great. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And the fact that the newspaper came out, or they got the newspaper out there to write about it.
Yep.
And then was it the editor in chief?
It was a senior.
It was a senior editor or a senior writer,
reporter. Yeah.
Reporter. That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's very interesting to know, and hopefully it chipped away a little bit at your wall. We'll find out at the end of the episode here today.
Okay. Well.
And then second story. Ooh, that's still
ya.
good. That was a good one.
I found it interesting the first time because I'd forgotten about it, and then found it interesting the second time when he's going to follow his dad, and then he comes back to his sister screaming.
Yeah.
The sister was naked this time, like the doppelganger.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder, did this thing kill her and steal her clothes?
Snapped her neck and stole her clothes. That's crazy.
I'm curious, though, what was making the noise of the dad.
Yeah, maybe a third one that crawled up from the pit.
Yeah, somebody should close that door.
Oh, so good. Oh, yeah. Great. Oh,
it was good.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Sweet. So hopefully you guys liked him too, because that was my first time reading out loud scary stories.
Mm-hmm. And now I will have trouble sleeping tonight. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I love it.
It's going to be so fun. But let me know how I did, guys. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Adrian does amazing. He practices a lot.
I do what I can.
Yeah.
Well, this was a really I like to think it was a really great episode.
I will concur with this statement.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well then, all right. I'm happy.
You're happy.
I am just so very happy about this.
You're just ready to not be scared anymore.
I am so ready to turn on all the lights in this house.
Okay.
And also start dinner. Quite hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bean burritos, everybody.
That's what's up. Okay, well, hey, Kaylyn, I have a question for you.
Hey, Adrian, what's your question?
How do I put this? Let's see. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, yeah. Hey, do you believe?
No. Not
No?
even a little bit.
No, not even after all that research you did?
No.
No?
No. And you want to know why?
The chief reporter couldn't even convince you.
No, because there was proof and confirmation from Janet herself.
Janet.
Yeah.
Damn it, Janet.
I love you. That she, in fact, made some of it up.
Made some of it. Yeah. Not all of it.
She's not going to admit to all of it, of course.
No.
But two bored teenage girls. Both Margaret and Janet made some of it up.
Nope. Don't believe it.
Okay.
She's trying to pass it off so that way she can live her life.
If I'm not mistaken, there's a documentary that came out not too long ago about that poltergeist.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody, for joining us yet again in another fun episode.
Maybe you'll get me next time.
Maybe, I'm after you. All right, well, you want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.